Right, so today I'm going to be moving on from this patch where I am at the moment to try and beat the weather that's coming in for New Year's Eve. And the reason why I'm trying to do it is because it's just getting so muddy. It's flooding every couple of weeks here, and basically I just need to avoid it because I just can't cope with it anymore. It's just so filthy. So we've actually cleared all of this up just so we've got a pathway to get in and out of the boat. But as you've seen in some of the other videos I've posted, this whole area just gets completely bogged down. So we're gonna make our way and try and get off the river and onto a canal so we can try and avoid all of the floods to come. I'm not sure if we'll make it or not, but we will do our best. So this year has been the hardest year I've had on the boat. I normally go on about how great it is and it's not bad in the winter and all that sort of thing. I'll be honest, this year has been really tough. Not only have we had a baby and you know, there's new things, more responsibilities dealing with that side of things, making sure you got water more often, using a lot more water. It's you know, that's not so bad. It's obviously you have to think about it and everything, but what's really been difficult is the condition of the locks and the tow paths. We've had to be more mindful where we go, but the floods this year, the rainfall has just been unbelievable. We have been stuck out towards Birstall and on the river for almost, like, it's got to be going on about 6 months, and it's just been really hard work. I've had the boat on the tow path where I've had to try and free it off. Again, there's a video, we did a little video on that, and that was behind me. So there's been other factors as well that's made it a bit harder. I've actually had an operation and things like that, so that's not been so easy. But trying to get a baby on and off a boat when a river is flooding is an absolute nightmare. You know, I'm just hoping now that I can get at least off the river and onto a canal so we beat this weather coming in, apparently coming in for New Year's Eve. So if we can get off the river, at least then we can get on and off the boat more safely. But yeah, all of the years I've been on a boat, it's not been an issue up until now. Being on a wide beam and then trying to navigate through the canals when they're not being maintained hasn't been easy. So yeah, it's a mixture of rivers overflowing and flooding. Maintenance to the canals and rivers really hasn't been very easy at all. Just for instance, trees falling down everywhere and causing damage to my boat. It's been a nightmare. What can you do about that? Not a great deal. so the wind is definitely picking up now. I'm hoping that these locks are usable. For some strange reason, one set of paddles is up. Hopefully I can get through this set. If I can't, it's not the end of the world. Right, so we're going to open them gates up, flood, get rid of the water and come in, hopefully. So far so good. We are draining the water, so I was told by another boater that this wasn't working. I'm not sure if these open completely or it's the next set, but yeah, let's hope it's just this set and somebody was wrong and we can get through to the next lot. Oh, I'm so pleased we are getting through the first lock. So we're now on our way to our next set, which is in Birstall, I believe. So I'm really hoping that we can make it all the way. Looking good so far. I'm not going to be able to shut the gates behind me on this lock because there is too many boats all moored up, taking up all the lock moorings. So I'm going to have to make a bit of a dash without doing the lock gates, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure if any boats coming the other way, they'll be happy, hopefully, and not annoyed. But I would have done it, I would have shut them if I could. So we're just about to go past Leicester Marina, and I used to be able to go in there and get water, but I have asked recently and they don't like the idea of a big wide beam going in there. So unfortunately for us, there is no water from the open anchor, which is currently turned off, but for any of those that are going there, if you actually go over to the actual main building of the open anchor, you can actually get water from the main building, from the open anchor all the way through Birstall, all the way through Leicester, Abbey Park area. There is no water until you get to the Friars Mill, and that's right in the very centre of Leicester. And then from that point, you won't get water again until you get to Kilby Bridge, which is, for us, a good, I would say, about 6 or 7 hours continuously cruising and going some as well. In a narrowboat it's a little bit easier, but it is still a good journey. But normally for a narrowboat you won't have any problems with Leicester Marina. They're really nice people in there. Always, when I had a narrowboat, they were always very friendly and didn't have a problem with you having water. And they're even more happy if you buy something from them. So, good news, we've made it to Birstall. I believe the next set of locks is the locks that only one side can open. So I've got my lock key and I'm going to try and see if they're accessible, if we can get through or not. Not necessarily do I want to go through at the moment anyway, but I've had news from another boater that these locks are going to be shut down for a good couple of months after the 9th. So I'll check if I can get through. If I can, I'll get through before the 9th, just so I'm not going to be restricted this side. It'd be a nightmare if I am. So what we'll do is we'll open the bottom set, and then we'll open the top set to see if they open completely. And if they are, then we know we can get above the river and into total safety. They look absolutely fine, so I don't know what's going on here. So that side's definitely draining. We have got some hope. So I'm just going to have a wander around, see if there's any padlocks on any of the gates or paddles, and it all looks okay to me. Pressure's definitely releasing on that gate. It doesn't appear to have any issues. Very interesting. This is really slippy underfoot. Well, that opens well enough. Nothing wrong with that. Just lower the paddle. And see what this is like. More than likely, tomorrow afternoon, I'll there we go. There's the culprit, I think. This doesn't want to open at all. Ooh, that's tight. Yeah, that ain't moving. So what's happening there then? Wow. That's properly stuck. It feels like it's probably binding on the bottom. So I think that's as far as I'm going for a little while. Do you know, these locks were actually redone only a couple of years ago, completely dredged out, and both set of locks were completely done. I know it was, because I was actually trapped that side. Maybe they only did part of it or something. But even the bank, the side, that's all degraded quite badly, and literally it was about 2 years ago, maybe 3, but you wouldn't expect that amount of damage in that time. So that's it. That's the end of my journey for a little while. Hopefully I can get hold of the Canal and River Trust and get through before they start work going through. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.